What up, YouTube? Did see you there. A while back, I spoke with Aatrox about the marketing funnel and Melee. How do we get new players to play Super Smash Bros. Melee? Well, one of the answers we might have just stumbled upon. That's right, I'm talking about TikTok. Because I learned that very recently, there's been a small surge in Melee TikToks that have actually been going somewhat viral. So I thought I'd check some of those out and show you what might be the new generation of Melee content. Okay, so I was on Twitter, right? And I realized this is something that's kind of been a relatively hot topic, I would say, recently. Yeah, it's been a hot topic in Melee lately. How do we grow Melee? How do we get more people in? It's a fucking 20-year-old video game. It's older than a lot of people that are really good at it at this point, which is fucking crazy to think about. And, one of the suggestions that we unironically, or maybe a little bit ironically had when I was talking to Aatrox, if you remember the Aatrox video. Somehow, I remember in that conversation, we were talking about what if Blur makes a TikTok and starts doing fucking Fortnite dances to get hundreds of thousands of people into TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so, well, okay, what did not happen was Blur did not make a TikTok and is not doing everything he can do to grow the Melee community by way of literally doing Fortnite dances for children, which I think is a big missed opportunity. I would say to the Crimson Blur, I thought you cared about Melee. It's a little fucked up. You purport to care about the scene, and yet there's this clear niche that's going unfilled that only you can fill. Well, someone has stepped up to the Melee TikTok challenge. And actually, the guy that's doing it is my good buddy, Zetz. Now, if you don't know who Zetz is, I actually did commentate with him one time. It was the top 8 of Paradigm Shift. Paradigm Shift was a tournament that happened in 2019. It was one of the last tournaments I ever traveled outside California to go to before the lockdown, before COVID. It was in the Midwest. Me and Zetz commentated top 8. That tournament had Hacks versus Ginger Grand Finals. Really, really fun tournament to go to. And Zetz is a Melee commentator, but more importantly, he is the CEO of Melee TikTok. What does this mean? Well, as you can see, he started uploading videos to TikTok. I mean, not very long ago. Like, he kind of started doing it a couple weeks ago. This was like 2 weeks ago, a little over 2 weeks ago. And some of these have gone a little bit viral, which is kind of cool, right? Like, you've got some videos with like 200K, 300K plays, which is kind of hype. And, it's definitely an avenue that no one's ever tried to do before, which I think is fucking sick. I think if there's one thing that the Melee community has generally been pretty good about in 2021, it's that a lot of people are starting to try new forms of content, new types of content. I'm a Melee streamer that usually doesn't play Melee on stream. I usually just talk about shit. If you're watching this on the YouTube, which you probably are statistically, because I've got a couple hundred people in the chat, or 100-something people, and on YouTube, a lot more of you guys are on YouTube, but I stream every day. You should come hang out. Always a good time. Say hi, by the way, if you're coming from the YouTube. Say, I love when people come in and they say, hey, came from the YouTube, blah, blah, blah. Because, I don't know. Then I know I'm doing something right, I guess. Anyways. So I think people have gotten pretty good about kind of doing different styles of, Melee content. And I don't know, sometimes it catches on. So I thought it would be prudent if today we watch a little bit of Zetz's stuff, the CEO of Melee TikTok. And this is also just kind of me saying, if you're on TikTok, I'm not really on TikTok, but if you are on TikTok, consider following Smashcasts. Got some good videos. And don't let me what's the phrase? Be your own judge. Don't let me, what's the phrase people say when it's like, don't take my word for it? Is that the phrase? Don't take my word for it? Yeah, don't take my word for it. All right, let's watch his most recent video that went viral. He had another video he uploaded yesterday with 2K views, but let's start with this one.
We all have that one friend who thinks they're really good at Smash when they really just spam Kirby's down B a lot. Despite Kirby's popularity among casual Melee players, he isn't seen much in big tournaments at all, mostly because he's just not that good. But there was one notable occasion where a player chose Kirby specifically in an attempt to humiliate his opponent. His name was Moonanite. a mark from NorCal in a match versus a player from the
Yeah.
rival SoCal scene named Crimson Blur.
Crimson
Early on in
Blur.
game 1, Blur is off stage and tries to recover, but gets completely caught off guard by this classic setup from Moonanite. That said, Blur would hold on to win game 1 by 2 stocks. Moving on. Game 2 was back and forth until Moonanite finds Blur in the corner, pokes him off stage, and Blur messes up, only for Moonanite to hit him with a double taunt. He'd go on to win the game, and with so much pride on the line, it's game 3 and down to 1 last stock. Blur in a tough spot, but makes it back. Moonanite hits him off stage again. I don't think Blur can make it back, and he can't. Moonanite does it for NorCal. Did you know that Yoshi is...
Wow. 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 So you're telling me there's a legion of like Fortnite and Minecraft Zoomers out there. Like one day Blur's gonna be walking down the street and some like fucking 13-year-old's gonna be like, hey, you're that guy that lost to Kirby. That makes me so happy. That makes me so happy. Let's keep watching these. By the way, I gotta say, really good, just like energy and enthusiasm. That was like, yeah, I definitely see how this is. This could be, you know, it's just like, it's a whole narrative in a minute. It's a whole fucking story in a minute. This is good. This is actually good.
Meet Amsa, a Japanese player who's by far the best Yoshi player in Smash Bros. History. Over the past 8 years, he's revolutionized the way Yoshi is played with his creative and iconic playstyle. He first made waves in the US at EVO 2013, remarkably taking a game off of Mewtwo King, the 3rd best player in the world at the time. And now, just a year later, Amsa's back in the US and about to get his rematch at Kings of Cali 4. Mewtwo King started off strong, winning game 1 comfortably, but Amsa answered with 2 W's of his own to take the lead. With his back to the wall, M2K switched to Fox and brought us to Pokemon Stadium for game 4. Near midway through and we're at a standstill, but Amsa catches M2K slipping and starts up a combo, brilliantly carrying him across the stage into the edge guard. Now Mewtwo King goes in but gets denied. Amsa knocks him away and snipes his recovery with Egg, now spiking him into the abyss to clinch a statement rematch victory.
This is pretty good. This is pretty. By the way, that was the legendary tournament, Kings of Cali 4, among. I know some of you guys are Aatrox viewers. Do you guys know about the 7th place chant? Yeah, so the story goes that Ben SW was like drunkenly and, well, I should really start from Mewtwo King's perspective. The story goes that Mewtwo King would, you know, lose to Amsa, and that match was for 5th and 7th. So if you lost, you got 7th place. And Mewtwo King went on the internet and was like, yeah, you know, it was really fucked up. You know, I go to the West Coast and the crowd is so boorish and toxic. And they were cheering for Amsa, but more importantly, they were cheering against me by yelling 7th place, 7th place. And it turned out that, okay, I wasn't there. I can't verify this one way or the other, but Aatrox insists that what actually happened was it was literally not really that loud or toxic of a crowd. It was literally just Ben SW yelling 7th place at the top of his lungs, like, because Ben SW gets a little bit excited when he watches Melee. And, you know, again, I wasn't there. I had something to do that weekend. I was busy with work or something. But, you know, is that the Ben SW I know? Can I visualize him doing something like that? Maybe.
Top 8 of a 300-person tournament last weekend, shocking most of the Smash community.
Sorry, who is this?
For 7th place, his next match was against an absolute legend named Fat Goku, formerly ranked the 69th best player in the world twice. Nice. Zealot would take the first 2 games and needed just 1 more to score yet another upset win. But Fat Goku brought it all the way back to game 5. It's next stock wins, and Fat Goku finds a knockdown. Can't convert, and Zealot punishes. Now cornering Fat Goku.
I like that he subtly shifts into present tense when it gets hype, you know? He's like, all right, now it's game 5.
But hesitates. We're back to neutral. Both players collide hard in center stage, and Fat Goku has to grab the ledge. You can tell the nerves are kicking in, but Fat Goku launches Zealot and bats him across the stage. Zealot recovers and reversals Fat Goku at such a harsh angle. Just has to hold ledge, but wait! Zealot hesitates again and doesn't close the deal. Who is going to dig deep enough to clutch out this match? Fat Goku again from the ledge. Huge trade, and oh my god! Zealot takes it!
Dude, this is, I love the energy. I gotta say, I love the energy. I don't remember Zets being this energetic when we commentated paradigm shift together. This is what he's got to bring to the table. Also, this is that his most played video? Wild that his most played video or most viewed TikTok, I don't know what the phrase is, but it's about Zealot versus Fat Goku. I kind of don't even know who Zealot is. That's insane. Oh, there's a really good one. There's a really good one. Okay, now that I'm looking at my phone, there's actually a really good one. Okay. I gotta show you guys my favorite Melee TikTok, I think. If this is the one I'm thinking of, this TikTok is fucking hilarious. Wasperjeed, gotta shout out Wasperjeed, 16K followers. Good looking dude or whatever, drinking some kind of water or something or another. Gotta shout this dude out because he's killing the game. This one.
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. So in Super Smash Bros. Melee, if you jump and air dodge diagonally down immediately, your character will sort of scoot along the ground like that, and that's called a wave dash. And doing that properly takes precision down to the 60th of a second. Now Falco's Reflector can pop an opponent up, but he has to wait a little bit until he can move, and so it's not that useful. Except you can jump out of it immediately if you want. So see, I jumped out of it immediately. So if you combine that with the last move, you get this thing called a wave shine, where you kind of attack and then scoot along the ground. So what I'm doing right now is I'm practicing incorporating wave shines into my combo game. So that might look like a wave shine, then back air, up tilt, wave shine, down air, wave shine, maybe up air, yeah, and air, down air, and then forward smash. Just something like that.
That's probably the best Melee TikTok I've seen. It also has nearly 2 million views. But anyway, this shit was, yeah, I learned a lot. I learned about the future of gaming content. And I'm hoping that, you know, look, my hope is that more people come out and innovate. I think Golden Guardians is doing some of that stuff just in, you know, in the YouTube space. And it's cool that people are doing it on a TikTok. Even if it's people that, you know, you might not expect.